How you doing, Tom Sox fans? I'm here with Tom Sox Conversations. We got a face you guys probably remember, Brock Edge from the 2019 championship team. We're here today just to reach out to past players, get a conversation going, get a dialogue going, see how they're doing. And so, Brock, happy to have you. As you guys probably remember, if you watched the video of the interns, our fondest memories, mine was actually of Brock Edge
That's right.
when I met him and he called me Mr. Ben and assumed that I had 3 kids and I was 32 years old. So very great memory. And we can get right into it. So Brock Edge plays for University of Florida, a team that I have a lot of respect for as a person who went down and played them in the Orange Bowl this year. And Brock, it seems that you're kind of a legacy guy. Your dad played at UF, was a punter. Your mom went to UF. Was the University of Florida always kind of like the goal, the dream school you wanted to go to?
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, my dad played back in 91 to 94. My mom was here. So, growing up, I'm only 30 minutes from the campus. So we came down at least twice a year to come to home games, and we always came and watched them. So I would definitely say this was always the goal, just coming and being a Gator.
Yeah, that's awesome. It must be always great to play where your parents played and just have that as part of your family. It must be a great experience. And so on top of that, Tom Sox was kind of a bridge between Santa Fe, the school you went to beforehand, and then the University of Florida. So how would you say that bridge worked? Like, what were the things that you learned in Charlottesville that you kind of carried into Florida? Or what were the things you learned in Santa Fe that you carried into Charlottesville that helped us take home that championship?
Yeah, there was a lot. So from Santa Fe, my junior college is also here in Gainesville. So I knew the area real well. So that was real nice. It wasn't much of an adjustment from Santa Fe to UF. But coming to Charlottesville is a completely different experience. It's like 11 hours away from here. So it was a long way from home. And I kind of learned how to, deal with things on my own, going through slumps and stuff. My dad and parents had always been there, so I could talk to them in person and stuff and go see them. In Charlottesville, if I was struggling, it was all me. So I kind of had to learn to adapt with that. And that was a real good learning experience for me, I think. And it will help me a lot in the long run, especially here at Florida. So
Yeah. And going off those relationships, I know you met some great people at Charlottesville. I mean, me, first off,
yeah,
probably one of the coolest dudes you've ever met. Our guy, David Argo, who's running the show, all the interns. But let's talk about the players you met. So another Tom Sox guy plays for the University of Florida.
Yeah, actually 2 of them, Cal Greenfield and Kirby McMullen. Both of those guys came in with me this summer. I think Kirby was here last year too. So it was real good to meet those 2 guys and kind of get my feet wet with them, kind of learn about the culture at UF and everything. Because it's way different. The University of Florida is a extremely prestigious school. And not that Santa Fe isn't, but it's just a different atmosphere. So kind of getting to talk to those guys and learn a little bit, about what they're about was real nice this summer.
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah. And I'm sure you have a lot of great memories from that summer. Just a quick side note, what would you say your favorite memory is? And maybe not the top one, but maybe like top 2 or 3.
I was about to say the top one has to be, because I was so embarrassed. You were like, yeah, man, like I'm literally your age. And I genuinely thought you were like an avid fan of the Tom Sox that just like pitched in and did volunteer work. So I was like completely embarrassed by that. But we had a lot of good memories. I can remember like driving to away games with like Trey McDyer and Thomas Francisco and Devin Hemingway and all those guys. And just like those car rides to and from the away games were a whole bunch of fun, getting to know all the guys. The YMCA was a great place for us, getting to work out over there. And they had a basketball court, which was real nice. We got a couple games in there. I was trying to learn how to dunk, and eventually we got close, but I don't know if we got it at the end of the summer.
Are you good at basketball? Would you say that's your second best sport? Or is there some gem you have that the fans just don't know about?
Well, I played soccer in high school, so I'm probably a lot better at soccer than basketball. But if anybody wants to run some basketball games in Florida, I'll play. I love basketball. But
we'll get some teams on the horn down there when this whole coronavirus thing is over. And kind of segue into that, it's a hard conversation for athletes everywhere. I know I'm feeling it right now, trying to figure out how I'm going to get back into working out.
Yeah.
But your sport, sadly, is a spring sport, and you guys got hit harder than anyone else. Luckily, my season had ended. And it looked like you had a lot of great opportunities coming into the 2020 season.
Yeah, for sure.
So how have you taken advantage of the quarantine? Have you been able to work out? Like, have you set goals for yourself next season? Like, what is the future of Brock Edge looking like during these unprecedented times, especially in the sports world?
Yeah, so like you said, we had a really good season this year. We were start off 16-0, and eventually we lost that last one to go 16-1 to finish the season. That kind of left a sour taste in our mouth. But coming to the coronavirus, I think it was good to kind of, take a step away from the game a little bit for a couple weeks and kind of get my feet back under me. And then, once those weeks ended, we kind of got right back into it. My dad has like a couple of like dumbbells at the house. We have a pull-up bar and stuff. So we've been doing a little bit of working out at the house, which was nice when all the gyms were closed and stuff. And, our local high school, we have cages with a covering, like a roof, so that we could always go up and hit until they closed that down too. But they opened it back up for us. So we've been hitting all the time, and because, everybody was done working with the coronavirus. So we had a lot of free time just working out, trying to get faster and stronger. And I wanted to put on a lot of weight over this break. I was kind of a small kid coming into the year, so I don't want to have that problem again this year.
Well, that's definitely a great time to do it. Unlimited family meals.
Yeah, cooking is something else.
Yeah. Have you been able to stay in touch with a lot of the U of F guys? Have you guys been keeping a good line of communication?
Yeah, I talk to a couple of the guys every once in a while. We don't talk too much, but, they're all like in South Florida and stuff. I think we have like 34 guys from Florida. So we're all in the state, but the state's so big, it can be 5 hours one way or the other to just like go see each other. So I haven't seen many of them, but I've seen a couple of the Tom Sox guys. I talk to Furman all the time, Madison. I think he was on Tom Sox Conversations the other day. I talk to Trey McDyer now and then. Devin Hemingway, we went and hung out the other day. He's in Gainesville right now. So I still get to see a bunch of the guys. It's pretty good.
So, Brock, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you pitch one game for the Tom Sox?
I did. I think I went an inning, and then I think just an inning. And it went pretty well, I think.
I do remember it being a fond memory of mine, seeing you throw some heaters off the dirt patch. I think it's great how the Tom Sox allows you guys to kind of get out of your comfort zone. It might not be as high pressured as a college game, but still the same level of talent. Can you kind of just walk us through, like, what do you think you improved while you were in Charlottesville? Like, how did that help you get better going into your career at Florida?
Yes. So the pitching thing, I actually attempted to pitch. I pitched a little bit in junior college, so I wasn't completely – it wasn't a foreign concept to me completely coming in there and throwing. But I got to Florida, and they kind of just wanted me to play outfield, so I didn't have to adjust or anything like that to the mound. But I think in Charlottesville, the biggest thing was just the mental side of the game. You're playing every day or every 2 days. And I had summer classes too, so you kind of have to work your schedule around those games and around those classes. I think just mentally preparing me to come in at Florida where it's double – like the time needed, I think that really helped me the most. Yeah,
I definitely can see that. The most experience I've had with baseball was the Tom Sox, and I felt like I was there just about every day.
Those rain delays were brutal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they were something. I can't imagine what it was like to actually go out and play. But Brock, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come talk to us. You're a Tom Sox forever, part of Charlottesville for the rest of your life and for the rest around Charlottesville's around. Thank you again so much, guys. Brock Edge, myself, Mr. Ben, a.k.a. Ben Trent. Please, Tom Sox fans, give us a follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, go Sox.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Tom Sox Conversations. If you want more, be sure to check out the Tom Sox social media, as well as the Valley Baseball League YouTube and social media for more great content throughout the 2020 season.